John Hartford. George Hamilton is down at the outdoor stage playing his number there. Last night we heard from Marty Stewart and Peter Rowan. Today they've teamed up with two new artists, Jerry Douglas and Mark O'Connor. So we're in for a real treat.
Good afternoon. A country and western howdy. This is Mark O'Connor. Standing in for Uncle Josh, you got Uncle Jerry Douglas. Peter Rowan. And I'm Marty Stewart. Let's pick.
The smell of spring on an April wind. I might have known it's you again. Standing there looking like you never been gone. Thinking I should act like nothing's wrong. Hello, I'm home is all you say. You know I can't turn you away. I ain't asking where you been, but what are you doing around here again? What are you doing around here again? How many times do you think my heart can mend? You and I can never be just friends. What are you doing around here again? Holding you here in my arms, feeling like we've never been apart, feeling so strong I can't believe this love we make is the love you leave. What are you doing around here again? How many times do you think my heart can mend? You and I can never be just friends. What are you doing around here again? What are you doing around here again? How many times do you think my heart can mend? You and I can never be just friends. What are you doing around here again? rock 'em, Diney, don't you rock 'em, Diney. Oh, sail away, Sadie, sail away. Sail away, lady, sail away. Sail away, lady, sail away. Sally got a meat skin head away. Sally got a meat skin head away. Well, I've been thinking of days gone by. I've been raising my spirits high. I've been blinking back the tears. Memories of our mountain home. Now I wander all alone. I've been winking at the years in the great Smoky Mountains of North Carolina. That's where I have rambled for many long years, in the great Smoky Mountains of North Carolina. I follow the trail of tears. Yellow tallow candle burning brightly in the window, calling me back through the pain. Red Cloud said he saw you on that trail in Oklahoma. Lightning illuminate the rain in the great Smoky Mountains of North Carolina. That's where I have rambled for many long years, in the great Smoky Mountains of North Carolina. I follow the trail of tears. Dusty bare feet standing on a road that leads to nowhere, from our empty cabin door. Red Cloud said he saw you on that path in Oklahoma. No one remembers anymore, in the great Smoky Mountains of North Carolina, where I have rambled for many long years, in the great Smoky Mountains of North Carolina. I follow the trail of tears. wind is blowing across the mountains and down o'er the valley way below. It sweeps the grave of my darling. When I die, that's where I want to go. Lord, send the angels for my darling and take her to that home on high. I wait my time out here on earth, love, and come to you when I die. Upon the tombstone, I promise to you before you die, our love will bloom forever, darling. When we rest side by side, Lord, send the angels for my darling and take her to that home on high. I'll wait my time out here on earth, love, and come to you when I I hear a voice out in the darkness. Well, it moans and whispers through the pine. I know it's my sweetheart calling. I hear her through the walls of time. Lord, send the angels for my darling and take her to that home on high. I'll wait my time out here on earth, love, and come to you when I die. Lord, send the angels for my darling and take her to that home on high. I'll wait my time out here on earth, love, and come to you when I
How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Peter Rowan, Jerry Douglas, Marty Stewart. They great? Y'all want more? Mark O'Connor, Jerry Douglas, Peter Rowan, and Marty Stewart.
Navajo, in the land of the Navajo. Well, 100 miles from nowhere, out on the desert sand, one-eyed Jack the trader held some turquoise in his hand. And by his side sat Running Elk, his longtime Indian friend. He vowed that he would stay by Jack until the bitter end. Jack had gambled everything he owned to lead this wandering life. He might have had a happy home or a tender loving wife, but his hunger was for trading trapper's furs for turquoise stone. Anything that the Indians had, Jack wanted for his own. Oh, the wind blows cold on the trail of the buffalo. Oh, the wind blows cold in the land of the Navajo, in the land of the Navajo. And when you're dealing cards with death, the joker's wild, the ace is high. Jack bit the Mississippi River, Running Elk raised him the sky. Jack saw him with the sun and the moon, and upped him with the stars. Running Elk at the Rocky Mountains, Jupiter and Mars. And the sun was sinking in the west when Jack drew the ace of spades. Running Elk just rolled his eyes, he smiled and passed away. Jack picked up his turquoise stones and cast them to the sky. He stared into the setting sun and he made a mournful cry. Oh, the wind blows cold on the trail of the buffalo. Oh, the wind blows cold in the land of the Navajo, in the land of the Navajo.
Mark O'Connor, Jerry Douglas, Marty Stewart, and Peter Rowan. Aren't they great? All right. Boy, talk about some picking and grinning. I just came back from down the hill there, and there are thousands and thousands of people. You'll see them shortly because we're going to all be heading down there a little bit later. But they got a great crowd down in the field, and show's going well, and people are still coming in. Back in 1956, I got started in country music working on the Jimmy Dean show up in Washington, D.C., and I met a young man up there that we used to do a lot of shows together around Washington. It's good to see him again. He's now a resident of Nashville and performs on the Grand Ole Opry with our next act. My friend Joe Carroll back there on lead guitar. Let's give Joe a big hand. Joe travels on the road with these folks that are now setting up. Alisa plays the hammered dulcimer. I know a lot of you people here love the hammered dulcimer just like I do. Alisa Jones, there she is over there. She's a pretty gal, and she also plays the bass, as you can see. And her mother is here as well, a great lady of country music, one of the legends of country music, Ramona Jones, back here on the mandolin. Somebody once said, you're just as old or young as you feel, just as you smile or fret. And though you've lived 100 years, you may be a youngster yet. I think when Bob Dylan wrote that song, Forever Young, he was thinking about this next young gentleman because that's what he is, forever young. From Hee Haw and the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville, Tennessee, Brother Grandpa Jones and the Jones family.
Well, them folks that would, huh?
What's for supper?
Cornbread, turnip greens, candied yam, butter beans, blackberry cobbler, and all things rare. And the more to eat, the more to spare. Well, them folks that was just on here, well, ain't they something? But, oh. And I got to follow them. That's my look. It'd be like following a bulldozer with a spoon. Well, hello there, stranger. How do you do? There's something I'd like to say to you now. Don't be surprised. You recognize I'm no detective, but I'm just surmised that you're from a place where I long to be. Your smiling face seems to say to me, you're from my homeland, sunny homeland. Now tell me, can it be that you from Dixie? I said from Dixie, where the fields of cotton beckon to me. I'm glad to see you, you'll be happy you, and the friends I'm longing to see. Are you from Alabama, Tennessee, or Carolina? In a place below the Mason-Dixon line. Are you from Dixie? I said from Dixie. Oh, I'm from Dixie too. Well, it was a way back in '89. I crossed that old Mason-Dixon line. Gee, but I've yearned long to return to that old place that I left behind. Well, my home is way down in Alabama on an old plantation near Birmingham. There's one thing certain, I'm always flirting with those southbound trains that run to Dixie. I said to Dixie, where the fields of cotton beckon to me. I'm glad to see you, tell me happy you, and the friends I'm longing to see. Are you from Alabama, Tennessee, or Carolina? In place below the Mason-Dixon line. Are you from Dixie? I Oh, thank you. I mean, that's worse than working in the field. I mean the tobacco field. I'm from up in Kentucky, and that's what we done for years and years and years. Raised tobacco. And back then, you had to plant it with a peg, you know. Stick a hole in the ground and put the plant in there, and then put the ground around it. And my daddy, he'd go out just as soon as it got light enough and just work, and I had to follow him out there, you know. Well, one morning we got up early and got out there in the field about it's just getting daylight, and he being bent over all day, his back wouldn't straighten up, you know, too good. He's getting old, you know, and we planted from the early morning till right up to noon, just as hard as we could plant, all bent over that way. And my ma hollered, "Dinner's ready," out the back window, and we broke in a run for the house. And I run in the house, and he run under the porch. I like to mess that up, didn't I? Back in the 30s, I worked for. Who was it I worked for? No, worked for Lumen Abner. That's who it was, Lumen Abner. Well, we had what they called, when you get old, your mind slips. You know, that ain't all, I'll tell you that. And when... Lumen Abner had a show in Cleveland, Ohio, and I was part of the Pine Ridge String Band at that time, and they'd bring in people from all over, you know, and artists to play on the program. They called it the Friday Night Social at the Schoolhouse. That was radio now; it wasn't no TV, and they brought a couple of fellas from Switzerland, and they did a Swiss yodel. And me and this other boy that was with me, Harmonica Joe, me and him learned that Swiss yodel in the Swiss language, and we didn't know what we said, you know, and we didn't know what they said, and I don't know what I'm going to say when I sing it to you, but I want to try to do it for you, and it's pretty. Swiss yodel's pretty hard for me because I can't yodel in the first place. But then this way it goes. Yachts, I sharp a yacht. Yachts, trittum, ta la 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 la. Stable and hum it kind of cha-cha. Trittum, ta la 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 la. Stable and hum it kind of cha-cha. Belgian kind dee-o diddle-ay, oh dee-diddle-ay, dee-diddle-oh. Belgian kind dee-o diddle-ay, oh dee-diddle-ay, oh dee. Got some tricky, ta la 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 la. Stable and hum it kind of cha-cha. Tricky, tra la la la. Stable and hum it kind of cha-cha. Belgian kind dee-o diddle-ay, oh dee-diddle-ay, oh dee-diddle-oh. Belgian kind dee-o diddle-ay, oh dee-diddle-ay, ole. Thank you. Thank you so much. Judge, that's Joe's favorite tune. He knows I get choked on it, so that's really a lot. I'm going to turn it over to these two gals here, Ramona and Alisa Jones, and Alisa Wald it is added, and let them do something here. Okay.
Thanks, Dad.
Thank you.
We're going to get Joe to get the acoustic guitar and help us out on this song. We brought along the hammered dulcimer, a very old type of instrument, sometimes known as the poor man's piano. It has a lot of strings across the top and has a very old-time sound. And Mother and I are going to do a tune together. I'll let her tell you what the name of it is.
Well, the dulcimer is real adaptable to old hoedowns, fiddle tunes, and breakdowns. Lisa was sure brought up with a lot of that kind of music, and so she's going to do an old tune called Liberty.
Thank you very much. I asked Mom if she would play my favorite fiddle tune, and I'm going to let her tell you which one it is. I think it might be your favorite one, too.
Well, thank you. This is kind of a historic affair, I think. This whole weekend has been wonderful. So I'm going to play an old fiddle tune it's kind of a historic old fiddle tune, too. It's been played 1,000,000 times. I hope you'll enjoy it once more, called the Orange Blossom Special. Take it away, Joe. Woo! Where's Grandpa? He's supposed to sing a verse. Oh,
they're yonder coming down the railroad track. Oh, they're yonder coming It's the orange blossom special. Bringing my baby back.
All right. Thank you.
Everywhere we go, the little boys and girls want to do a tune about the old coon dog, old Rattler. Must be a little boys and girls out there. We love to sing about Rattler because, well, he was a smart dog. He done a lot of little odd jobs around the house. I didn't know he could read till I took him downtown one day, and there's a sign there that said wet paint, and he did. Well, you could put a board out on the back porch, you know, like you stretch a coon hide on, you know how they're shaped, and he'd run and catch a coon to fit that board. And then you put a little one out there, and he'd run and catch a little one. The other day, Ramona set the ironing board out there, and we ain't seen him since. Oh, Rattler was a good old dog, blind as he could be. Every night at supper time, I believe the dog had seen. Hey, Rattler, yo, yo, hey, Rattler, yo. Call old Rattler from the barn, hey, Rattler, yo. Now, Rattler treed the other night, thought he'd treat a coon. When I come to find it out, he'd barking at the moon. Yeah, yeah, hey, Rattler, yo. Call old Rattler from the barn, hey, Rattler, yo. Grandma had a yeller hen with set her eggs, you know. Set her on 3 buzzard eggs, hatched out one old crow. Yeah, yeah, hey, Rattler, yo. Call old Rattler from the barn, hey, Rattler, yo. Now, Grandpa had a muley cow, muley when she was born. It took a jaybird 40 years to fly from horn to horn. Yeah, yeah, hey, Rattler, yo. Call old Rattler from the barn, hey, Rattler, hey. Ho, ho, hang it.
Grandpa Jones and all the Grandpa Jones family. Alisa,